Picture a father who beat me, abused me, even kidnapped me, turning my childhood into a living nightmare. My family brushed it off, saying, "He's still your dad." I carried that pain in silence for years until I crafted a revenge so slow, so anonymous it unraveled his life without ever pointing back to me. He suffered like I did. You won't believe how it played out. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal from someone who should have protected you but instead broke you, and dreamed of justice without sinking to their level, you're not alone. Smash that like button if quiet karma stories hit. Deep subscribe for more tales of reclaiming power, and let's dive into my story. It's raw, it's real, and it's the slow burn justice we all crave. Let's rewind to my earliest memories, or what passed for them in a house ruled by fear. I was a tiny girl, the kind who clutched stuffed animals during thunderstorms, hoping for a dad who'd read bedtime stories instead of raising fists. But my father, he was a looming shadow, broad-shouldered, with a scowl carved deep like cracks in dry earth. His calloused hands, meant for comfort, instead left marks, physical and emotional, that lingered. Long after the pain faded, the injustice started small but grew like a weed. A slap for dropping a glass, the sharp sting blooming across my cheek as Mom stirred soup in silence, her spoon clinking rhythmically against the pot. It escalated fast. His temper a wildfire burning through our cramped apartment. Bruises blossomed under my sweaters, hidden from teachers with nervous smiles and stories of clumsiness. His words cut deeper, manipulative promises of love in rare, calm moments, only to twist into cruel taunts when rage took over. The kidnappings were the worst. Him yanking me into his truck at midnight tires, screeching on asphalt as he sped to some grimy motel or cousin's house away from Mom during their fights. "You're mine, girl. No one's taking you." He'd snarl his grip, bruising my wrist, the air thick with his cigarette stench and menace. I wasn't his daughter. I was his possession. Family gatherings rubbed salt in the wound uncles at backyard cookouts, burgers sizzling, would slap his back, laughing off his strict parenting, while I sat in the corner tracing a fresh bruise, the bitter taste of lemonade on my tongue. "He's always gonna be your dad," one said, passing coleslaw, their eyes gliding past my hunched frame like I was a ghost. Powerlessness choked me. No one called authorities, no one questioned him. Just shrugs and family's family that echoed in my head, drowning out the cicadas. That betrayal hits universal. When those meant to protect you enable the monster instead. As a teenager, frustration coiled like a spring. High school was my escape, but home, a battlefield of dodging his rages, the door slamming like a gunshot when he stormed out. I'd lie awake, blankets tangled my mind, screaming, "Why me? Why won't anyone help?" His hypocrisy burned, preaching family values at churches, Bible thumping on the coffee table, then turning tyrant by dusk, his belt snapping through the air. Tension built, every glance from him knotting my stomach, every family event a tightrope where I'd shrink into myself, faking smiles that felt like swallowing glass. The escalation peaked one night, his fist crashing into my shoulder, the room blurring with pain, the metallic taste of fear in my mouth. Then he left bags packed, the doors slam, echoing like a final verdict. The house went still, floorboards creaking under my cautious steps, Mom's muffled cries leaking through walls. Relief flickered, but so did the scars. Years of trauma no quiet could erase. I moved out young, scraping by in a tiny apartment, the weight of a shadow heavy as ever. Then came a false calm, a cruel flicker of hope at a family reunion years later. Picnic tables laden with fried chicken and pie. He showed up, grayer but still strutting. He offered a curt, "You look good, kid." And for a fleeting moment under the warm sun, I wondered if time had dulled his edges. Maybe he's different, I thought, my heart softening as ants nodded. "See, he's trying." But as dusk fell, his old venom surfaced, a snide jab at my dead-end job, his eyes glinting with familiar cruelty. Hope crumbled. The monster was alive, unpunished. The breaking point hit during a rainy drive home, wipers slicing through the downpour, my knuckles white on the wheel. A lone fury ignited. He stole my childhood, my safety, and they all excused it. Fear whispered, what if he hurt someone else? But justice burned brighter, resolve hardening my jaw. No crimes, no family drama, something anonymous slow. Let him feel the isolation I did, powerlessness flipped. I'd act, not cower, planning stretched over years. A quiet chess game and stolen moments. Late nights in my dim apartment, the hum of a cheap lamp. I sifted through old memories. The musty smell of storage boxes, faded A reports from childhood. Accidents, doubts gnawed. What if they trace it back? What if I'm the villain? But I pressed on, gathering evidence. Medical records, scanned at public libraries, neighbor testimonies. Tracked through old phone books, even family voicemails where his rages slipped through, all anonymous. Funneled through encrypted emails to a pro bono lawyer sent as a concerned citizen. 3 years of meticulous work, hands trembling over each, sin heart pounding at the thought. This has to be flawless, untraceable execution struck sharp. One fall night, leaves crunching as I dropped the final dossier into an out-of-state mailbox. The weight of evidence heavy in my hands, tense thoughts raced. Let the system grind him down, anonymous tips to child services, archives reports too. State investigators about old kidnappings, all layered, no fingerprints. I faded back into routine, pulse spiking at every news alert, imagining the net tightening. Climax unfolded quietly at first. A family call, mom's voice shaky. Your dad's in trouble, old cases resurfacing. Then it snowballed. Investigators knocked on his door at dawn, badges flashing, carting out boxes of his mementos. Letters, photos linking him to past sins. No arrest, but the humiliation. Crushed him, family turned cold uncles, avoiding his calls. His tough dad, mask shattered as jobs dried up, whispers of his history. Poisoning his world, he withered in a rundown trailer, the TV's hum, his only friend face hollow with disbelief. Muttering, who did this? It's all lies. But no one suspected me. Not a whisper, justice wasn't loud. It was a slow unraveling. A civil suit hit years later, anonymous evidence forcing payouts for his abuses, his savings drain drop. By drop, his reaction? A broken rant at a family gathering, voice cracking with rage and shame. Someone's out to ruin me, after all I did for her. But the truth hung heavy. He crumbled, isolated, his power over me now his own prison for me. Relief flooded, quiet mornings, sipping coffee, triumph in my steady reflection. He paid and I stayed clean. Revenge wasn't about destruction. It was about drawing a line, proving one silent voice can topple a tyrant. Karma's slow grind gave me back my strength, turning pain into power. That quiet justice, did it hit you hard? Like, if anonymous wins like this spark, you comment below. Ever dreamed up a secret revenge? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Reddit stories that shift the power back. See you next time.